Good morning this Monday, the 28th of August. I'm Grady Wolf, market analyst with Bell Direct. Wall Street closed higher on Friday as investors welcomed comments made by Fed Chair Jerome Powell at the Jackson Hole symposium regarding stronger economic growth than expected. The Nasdaq advanced almost 1% on Friday, while the S&P500 rose 0.7% and the Dow Jones lifted 0.7% as well. The Nasdaq and S&P500 snapped three-week losing streaks, while the Dow Jones extended its weekly losing run into a second week. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell showed confidence in the US economy's resilience in the face of rising interest rates, as he cited especially robust consumer spending and signs of recovery in the housing market as boosting economic strength. Although no signs were given about the outlook for interest rates, Powell reiterated the central bank's commitment to ensuring inflation is pulled back down to 2%. Buy now, pay later company Affirm jumped 30% on Friday after posting stronger than expected Q4 results and uplifted guidance. Nordstrom shares, on the other hand, tumbled 11% on Friday after the department store retailer warned of declining sales and high theft-related losses. Over in Europe, markets closed mixed on Friday ahead of the European Central Bank President's speech at the Jackson Hole Symposium in Wyoming over the weekend. On Friday, the Stock 600 fell 0.04%, Germany's DAX rose 0.07%, the French CAC added 0.21%, and in the UK, the FTSE 100 rose 0.07%. ECB President Christine Lagarde said interest rates in the European Union will need to stay higher for as long as necessary to slow the stubbornly high inflation in the region. The European Central Bank is in a sticky position as it has to manage a stagnating economy against high inflation. Locally on Friday, the ASX 200 fell 0.93%, weighed down by the tech sector falling 2.51%, while consumer staples and consumer discretionary stocks were the only two sectors to finish the final trading session of the week in the green. Lovisa shares rose 6.3% on Friday after the fashion jewellery retailer released strong FY23 results, including revenue up 30% to $596.5 million and net profit lifting 16.7% to $68.2 million. While the results fell just short of bell-potter expectations, investors appeared impressed with the company's report. Wesfarmers also rallied 3.2% on Friday after also releasing strong FY23 results, led by a surge in revenue for Kmart and NPAT up 4.8% in FY23 against a slowing consumer spend environment. Another inclusion for Wesfarmers was the announcement of a 6.1% rise in the full-year dividend. On the commodities front this morning, oil is trading 0.57% higher at $80.29 a barrel. Gold is down 0.11% at $1,915 an ounce, and iron ore is up 1.3% at $117.5 a tonne. Ahead of the local trading session here in Australia, the SPI futures are expecting the local index to open Monday's session up 0.28%. Stocks trading ex-dividend today include Coronado Global Resources, Challenger, Domino's Pizza, Santos and Origin. If you've been thinking about these stocks, it might be worth considering buying in today, as stocks trading ex-dividend generally trade lower on the ex-dividend date. One Aussie dollar is buying 64 US cents, 93.84 Japanese yen, 50.84 British pence and 1 New Zealand dollar and 8 cents. Australian preliminary retail sales data for July is out today, with consensus expecting a rise of 0.3% for the month, up from a 0.8% fall in June, which, if the reading comes in line or above expectations, we could see a rally for consumer discretionary stocks today, as this will indicate Aussies are still spending despite the high cost of living environment. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration today. Bell Potter has slightly decreased the price target on Cobram Estate olives from $1.75 to $1.70 and maintain a buy rating on the specialised olive oil producer and marketer following the release of the company's FY23 results, which came in line with expectations, including 31% growth in revenue, and a key highlight was US NPAT of $7.7 million, which compares to a $0.7 million loss in FY22. The outlook provided includes the expectation for sales to remain positive in FY24, both in the US and Australia, sufficient olive oil inventory levels despite lower than expected FY23 crop, and US harvest is expected to be materially higher than FY23. The reason for the price target decrease is as Bell Potter does not see the current share price as reflecting the inbuilt value upside of the farming and processing assets and the inbuilt growth that is likely to emerge in the brand as the company's owned and third-party oil production lifts. And Trading Central has identified a bearish signal in Ingenia Communities Group following the formation of a pattern over a period of 59 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may fall, from the close of $3.97 to the range of $3.25 to $3.40, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all we have time for today. Have a wonderful Monday, and as always, happy investing.